You know, we all strive to be different and to really be ourselves. And I think that she is so brave in being able to do that. Are you a Twilight fan? Fan Laura Morris. You know, I'm not a huge Twilight fan. I love True Blood. I haven't gotten into Twilight so much. I read the first book and I liked it, and I saw the movie and it's fantastic. But I'm not a huge Twilight fan. But I like vampires. Where do you like to go in New York? Any favorite secret spots? Well, as some of you know, I live in Brooklyn, New York. So when I take the train home, I go home to Brooklyn. So you know, I have a lot of favorite spots in Brooklyn. I like Gutter Bar, which is a bowling alley, which I haven't been to in a long time since I've started Wicked because I don't do a lot of things. But I have a lot of places out in Brooklyn that I love, and Zengichi, which is an amazing Japanese restaurant, is fantastic. But other than that, you know, I hang out in the theater community. I have my Green Symphony in between shows, and my Daniela's and places like that. And then I go and see my friends. I hang out with my friends. Sometimes they come over from in the Heights. I can't really go out between shows, so they come over and hang out with me. And then other than that, I stay home in Brooklyn. Do you have any time to explore other passions? Mandy Fisher. Hi, Mandy. All right. Were you named after the song, too? Let's see. I have a lot of passions. Right now, my big passion is I quilt in between shows. And I really love it. You know, one of our dressers, Michael, I don't know Michael's last name, but he's an amazing master quilter, and I've always wanted to learn. And when I first started the show, there's all these quilts in the hallway, and I was like, who made these? These are so great. And it turns out that he did, and I asked him if he would teach me, and he actually teaches class in Park Slope. So on Wednesdays between shows, that is our quilting day, and I've already made one quilt, and I'm now on my second one, so that's my big passion. I used to knit as well, but now I've moved on to quilting, and I actually just read this amazing book called How to Make Your Own Toys by I think her name is Amy Nevins or something like that, but it's so amazing because it incorporates my quilting, but it also incorporates, you know, making stuffed animals and toys for my niece and stuff like that, and it's also very earth friendly and organic, so I really like it. What's a typical day like? Well, let me see. A typical day, is this a one-show day or a two-show day? Okay, a typical one-show day is I wake up fairly early, around 9 o'clock. I walk my dog, Lewis. You know, he does his business. I come back, I watch movies, I talk on the internet. I do things like that, and then I warm up and I get ready for the show. I have lunch, you know, talk to people with friends, and I watch a lot of TV lately. So that's just part of it with Wicked. You just kind of have to keep mellow until the show because it takes everything out of you. So yeah, that's my typical day. What do you think Wicked, how do you think Wicked is different from In the Heights? Fan Laura Morris. Hi, Laura. Oh my gosh, it's so different because, well, it's a different story. In the Heights was such a different experience for me because I really got to come up with the show through all of the different cycles of it. You know, we started as a reading. Well, they had started even before I came in, but when I came in, it started as a reading in 2004. And then from the reading, you know, that it went into a workshop, and then from the workshop, it went into Off-Broadway, and then from Off-Broadway to Broadway, and then we won a Tony Award, and we got to, you know, have this amazing run, and, you know, it was just, so that was incredible, like, to come up with something that is original, and it was my first recording of an album, In the Heights, and then, you know, it was a unique and amazing experience that I think that you can never duplicate in your life. And then Wicked is different because it's something that I've dreamed of doing, you know what I mean? Like I was actually Adina's standby at Aida when she was auditioning for the show, and I remember her telling me like, "Oh, I'm going in for Wicked," or she wasn't auditioning; she was actually doing it, and but they were doing like trial like readings and things like that, and I was actually part of one of those, and she was just like, I think it's going to be great and everything like that, and then to see her on during previews like just explode on the stage and in a fantastic way, and then to be able to actually do that, to listen to a recording and then just go like, oh, I would love to do that part, and then to actually get the chance, it's been great. So they've both been experiences that have been dream worthy, but very different. When you're not performing, what sort of music do you listen to? Teresa Pasco. Ooh, hi Teresa. Gosh, I listen to all different kinds of stuff. I'm really into, I really like the singer Breedlove right now. What else do I love? I listen to a lot of Fleetwood Mac. I listen to a lot of Judy Garland. I'm a huge Judy Garland fan. Liza Minnelli. I listen to a lot of musicals, Once on This Island. Whenever I need to just get into a mode. I listen to a lot of Fela. I listen to a lot of different stuff, a lot of rock. I listen to Tina Turner. I like Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings right now. Their album rocks my world. So a lot of that kind of stuff. How have you made your dressing room your own? Sabrina Leachy. Hi, Sabrina. How are you? Let's see, how have I made my dressing room my own? Well, when I moved in, I said, I really want to paint it. I like a lot of bright colors around me, and I'm green anyway, so I needed something to kind of blend. So I painted the room like this really beautiful, like baby blue, and then I incorporated it with all these like different posters that I love and different artwork, and I surround my dressing room with my family and friends and little tokens from fans that I've gotten, and so I try to make it my own in that way. Whatever dressing room I'm in, I always put up my I have like good luck charms that I keep for every show that I've been in, and I nail those up and I put them above the door, and I do all that. I'm very like ritual kind of person, so I do all that kind of stuff, so it makes it home to me. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard is it for you to hit all the high notes you sing? Well, what does 1 to 10 mean? Like 10 being the most hard? Okay. Sorry, I had to make sure. I would say that, it's not so much that the singing is hard. It's also, what's hard is to make sure that you're bringing the emotion and the intent of the song. So I try not to concentrate so much on the actual hitting of the notes, because I think that you can kind of get into that and then you lose the story of the song. So I really try to keep it about the song, and so then I try not to think about the notes. So right now, the show is very, let me say the right word. The show is very, exhilarating, and I just try to keep it within the story, and then you don't think about what's hard and what's easy. It's a little trick. I read somewhere that you have a 3-octave vocal range. As a singer-songwriter, I'd be interested in knowing exactly which notes your range encompasses. Teresa Pasco. Wow. Teresa. Let's see. I don't really know, I work with a lot of different composers, and somebody that wrote that about me. It's a very, very nice thing to do, but I don't think about it so much. I just sing it, and I don't think about what I hit and what I don't hit. I try to sing it, and I try to bring everything I am to everything that I sing. So I don't really think about it, but I guess it's up there. What's the best thing about performing in Wicked, and what do you think of all the fans you've reached around the world? Fan Leticia Mahalhayes? I'm sorry, Leticia. You have a beautiful name. Let's see. What's the best thing about performing in Wicked, and what do you think? I think that the fact that the Wicked reaches so many people has been the best thing. I mean, I get letters from people all over the world to say, can you send me a picture of you as Elphaba? I'm a huge Wicked fan, and as an artist, you just wish that you can be a part of something that touches people. And I know how I felt within the Heights. And, you know, right now, they just finished their tour in Japan. And, you know, the people in Japan are buying the album In the Heights and listening to the music. And I can only imagine, like, it's just, it's incredible to reach so many people through music. And it's something that I've always wanted to do in my life. And to actually be doing it is something quite special. Do you prefer stage acting or television movie acting? Oh, wow. I would say that I love all of it. I think that I want to work, and however that's possible, it's what I want to do. So I think that you have to do different kinds of things for stage as opposed to movie and television, but it's all about telling the truth and telling a story and listening. And but I love it all. What actor would you most like to work with? Oh, let's see. Oh, I don't know. Gosh, I have so many people that I want to work with. I said maybe Patti LuPone. I love her, and she would be an incredible person to work with. But gosh, there's so many people. Brian Darcy James, I'd love to work with. So many people. I can't even start. Ah! Like, so crazy. What was your first job? Hannah Thompson. I guess my first job in business? Yeah, sure. My first job actually happened when I was at college. I was in my freshman year at Cal Arts, and I had auditioned to be a Harlette for Bette Midler on her Millennium Tour. And I went to the audition, and it was amazing, and I met Bette Midler, and then all of a sudden they were like, no, we're going to stick with the Harlettes we had already had. And so I was like, oh man, I didn't get it, but this means I'm just supposed to stay in school and do that kind of thing. And then they called and they were like, you're not a Harlette, but would you like to be a background singer as well as a dancer in Bette's show? And I said yes. And so I packed my bags and I went on tour with Bette.